Hey guys, Van Damnator here, and today we're going to be watching, reacting, and analyzing the new Fallout official trailer. Unlike the teaser we've watched, this is going to be a trailer, which probably means there's going to be a lot more plot details and stuff like that revealed. But anyway, before I start rambling, let's just play this, just like last time. We'll play it, and then we will go back and analyze it bit by bit. Here we go.
Hello there. I'm
Hello.
here to show you a wonderful place.
Oh,
A veritable Camelot, the nuclear age. Not
okay.
made by God Almighty, but the working man.
You can be a hero by purchasing a residence in a Vault-Tec vault today. Because if the worst should happen tomorrow, the world is going to need you to build a better day after.
Okay, there's a shot again. Shady Sands. Oh.
The mission of the vaults should be important to
Vault
everyone.
6. Or, no?
To come up to the surface one day and restart civilization. Can you tell me what's happened in the last 200 years?
Holy shit. You're an actual vault dweller.
I am.
I thought all you dipshits were dead.
What you're doing
Classic.
is insane.
I don't set the world
It isn't like the vault out there. It's big.
fire. I just
Okay. So it is LA.
Rough week. Practically every person I've met up here has tried to kill me.
I'm simply going to harvest your organs.
You need to go home. You come from a world of rules, of laws. You should not be alone.
Why did you join the Brotherhood?
To hurt the people who hurt me.
They're going to come after you.
Ain't much stage cleanup here, Vaulty. Well, now that is a very small drop in a very, very large bucket of drugs. Look out at this wasteland. Looks like chaos.
Minutemen?
But there's always somebody behind the wheel.
What is happening here?
Everyone wants to save the world. They just disagree on how.
There you are, you little killer.
All episodes. April 11th. Wow. Interesting. Well. I don't know where to start. Okay, well, first impressions. It seems like they're going to do the... it's going to be a mix of Fallout 1 and Fallout 4, four stories combined. You have the LA setting, Shady Sands. Then you have the Vault-Tec salesman from Fallout 4 who gets denied access to a vault and gets nuked. And it seems like he has a family in the pre-war times, and then he doesn't. So either they've died from the nuclear blast, or they became goldified like him and are either dead or somewhere far away. So yeah, they're going to do that. And what else? Oh, and the Brotherhood Steel guy is gonna be like almost like dance, paladin dance, kind of. But I mean that's I know that's a generalization. You know, I know that just because he's a Brotherhood of Steel soldier doesn't. There's a lot of Brotherhood of Steel soldiers. It's just that Dance was he the first Brotherhood of Steel companion, permanent companion? There's like Sarah Lyon, but she wasn't permanent. Oh yeah, Veronica, I guess, but she's not technically like she's not indoctrinated by their, you know, codex or whatever it's called. So yeah. Anyways, so yeah, okay. Like I said, those are my first impressions. But now we'll go back, you know, scene by scene and sort of see if there's anything else we missed. Like I said, Shady Sands, LA area, but not Vault 13. It's Vault something else. 6? No, Vault 6 was just in the salesman, you know, in the advertisement, the Vault-Tec advertisements. I don't know if that's the actual vault, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Let's go back, okay? Yeah, and another thing was the Minuteman. But he isn't... He's dressed like more like a car salesman, not like a Vault-Tec salesman. But I guess the only Vault-Tec salesman that we've seen pre-war was that one guy with the yellow trench coat and hat. So I guess they can look however they want to look like. But yeah. It's weird though seeing a commercial in color in the Fallout world, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Can't have it all be black and white and like that, like the old CRT TVs. So here he was doing an advertisement for Vault 4. It's a generic sort of Vault advertisement, Vault-Tec advertisement. Come and join our vault. Sign up. You know, the future is now, or whatever. So I guess. Oh, okay. So they're just filming what, you know, life inside a vault will be like, but it's just a screen. It's all fake, you know. They just want you to sign on so they can experiment on you. That's all. You know, the government, they like to do a little bit of trolling, so they tell everyone that it's, you know, paradise waiting for them, and then when they get there, they pump you full of drugs and make you kill each other. So yeah, bobblehead. So yeah, he was standing in front of Vault 4. But yeah, so the protagonist's vault is Vault 33, not Vault 13 or Vault 101 or whatever. It's a new vault that we've never heard of before. But you'd think that, you know, Vault 34 was in the Mojave. You'd think they'd be close to each other, but, you know, whatever. So yeah. So Vault 33 is going to be probably the primary vault. Vault, you know, the equivalent of Vault 13 from the first game. You got Kyle MacLachlan there as the protagonist's father and possibly overseer. I think the overseer is that one-eyed guy we saw in the first teaser. Here we go. See, that's the trailer as seen on TV. So the previous scenes were probably just, you know, behind the scenes, like actual in the studio scenes of him shooting the, you know, advertisements. So in that way, that makes sense for it to be in color. And so this is the pier, the Los Angeles pier. I think so. Yeah, like I said before, the one from, if you go to Grand Theft Auto, it's, you know, it's the same one, Grand Theft Auto 5, with the big Ferris wheel. That was the indicator that gave it away. So yeah, confirmed LA setting. Shady Sands Public Library. So I guess they're giving an origins to the naming of the Shady Sands. It's been a while since I played Fallout 1, so I don't remember if there's an explanation of why it's called Shady Sands. But if it turns out to be actually, it was named after a library, then, you know, good on them for doing the research. And if not, then, you know, whatever. It's just a little detail. It's not that big of a deal, you know. They're just trying to contextualize it in the world, like like Novak, Goodsprings, so on. Okay, so you have the Vault Dweller exiting the vault for the first time. You know, if you play the games, you've seen this many times, but you know, it's not like it's something that's overplayed or whatever. It's fine. It's what you expect, you know, so it's fine. But I'm guessing this isn't the exterior of the vault. I'm just guessing that, yeah, this is... Are they trying that... Are they trying to say that this used to be part of the sea and now it's a desert? Or are they trying to say that this ship, like, somehow got thrusted all the way in the middle of the... I don't know. But yeah, it's just, you know, the effects of the war and all that. The catastrophe. Man's folly and all that. So yeah, we got some, is this going to be the Super Duper Mart, maybe? You got all kinds of goodies. Stimpaks, bobblehead, some other things. I'm expecting some, you know, some in-game books to make an appearance. Wasteland Survival Guide, you know, whatever the rest were called. Meeting people. You know, Anarchist's Cookbook. Wait, let me just check. Was she hold? Yeah, she was holding a Pip-Boy. It was just in her left hand instead of the right one. Or maybe it was because of reflection. Okay. Yeah. And yeah, we have the sort of. The trailer is trying to establish that people outside have heard of vaults and vault dwellers, but you know, they're usually treated as myths, legends, and so on. Mainly because, like I said, a lot of the vaults were experiments that ended up getting the people inside the vault killed, either by each other or by the vault itself. And then the other vault dwellers, the other vaults that its inhabitants were fortunate enough to not die by some horrible experiment, when they go outside, they are usually immediately all killed. Or we have like Vault 3, was it? Vault 3 in New Vegas, where the raiders, the fiends, sort of, you know, pretend to be friendly, and they're like, hey, let us in, we'll trade with you, and all that, and then they just kill them all. So, yeah, it's very rare to have a fully functioning vault intact, with all of the vault dwellers still living and surviving and thriving and so on. Obviously, with Bethesda's Fallout games, they like to just have every vault be like completely safe and sound, and you know, completely. They like to increase the amount of vaults that just basically have no consequences and are easily to escape. But whatever, we're not talking about Bethesda. We're talking about Amazon's Prime's Fallout show. So yeah. Anyways, like I said. So yeah, she's very excited to meet the lovely people living outside, the humble, the God, what's it called? The noble savages of the wasteland. There you go. She's like, yes, little cretin, I am a vault dweller. And she's like, she can't believe her eyes, All my days, I would never expect to see Vault Dweller. So yeah, nothing wrong with that. I haven't seen anything like cringeworthy or doubt-worthy or whatever like in the previous teaser. So hopefully they'll trim the fat on that and give us something a little bit more. I don't know what's the word. Just less of that. Less cringe. I don't know. Just whatever. They can do whatever they want. I don't know. Okay. Just make it good. Just make it good, please. Okay? Make it competent. Make it good. Yeah. There's a lot of cars here. I'm guessing this is either like a junkyard or a park, national park or something. Yeah. And get some shots of the wasteland, Hollywood Boulevard. That's great thing by depicting the wasteland in sort of third person, first person method. I mean, Fallout 1 and 2 had a lot of great environmental design, but compared to the 3D Fallout games, it's different. When you're walking yourself, you're walking through the streets, the ruined streets of Los Angeles, of Las Vegas, of DC, Boston. It's different than looking above, far above from the sky, watching a little player move around a wasteland. It's different. So seeing things like that, little details that, unfortunately with the limitations of Fallout 1 and 2, you wouldn't see much, because if there was, like, if they make a Fallout 1 remake, then I expect things like that, As you explore the wasteland, far away from the settlement, you'll see like little things like that, remaining remnants of street signs, road signs, flooded buildings and destroyed buildings, and whatever. Right, and so on her journey, it seems like she's alone. I'm glad they didn't do the thing of immediately out of the vault, a dog companion joins your company, like in Fallout 4. It's like, yeah, you're just doing the thing, and then Deathclaw attack, minigun, at least they're trying to, well, I hope so, that they're trying to make it a little bit more grounded, a little bit more serious. The more grounded, the more serious you make the events and the world, the more threatening each tiny thing ends up becoming, like even the tiniest, like a bloatfly or a little rad roach, even that they can make it like a terrifying thing, kind of like the Last of Us show with the with the clickers and even the normal infected. They treat them like a threat. If you see them, be careful. If you see too many of them, run, and so on. So yeah. Anyway, so she seems to be alone, and then old Walton Goggins Goolins. Fuck, can't. Whatever. That was the best I could do. Anyways, a strange ghoulish creature with a cowboy hat approaches our protagonist. So they're threatening each other. What does she say here again? Hold on, let me turn back the audio now. And oh yeah, of course.
I just want to start.
I've had a rough week.
Oh, yeah, of course. Another thing I forgot to mention was the inclusion of I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire, which, every Fallout fan knows that, the whole story of, Interplay wanting to use it in the intro of Fallout 1, but they couldn't. So instead they ended up getting maybe by the ink spots instead. And then Fallout 3, they're like, okay, we'll honor your memory by doing what you couldn't do before, by bringing back I don't Want to Set the World on Fire. And the trailer is doing that, which is, very technically sound of them, because there's a lot more Fallout 3 players than there are Fallout 1 players. So if you want to draw as many eyes on your project, you probably go for the obvious choice. So, fair enough. Vault Tech plant? Vault Tech something. Plantation. Are they going to do the Vault 22 story with chemical experiments that turn people into plants or whatever? Maybe. So what's up with that? Codsworth is a robot. He doesn't have a face, and he always has the same voice actor since Fallout 3. Just bring him back. Or, bring back Yuri Lowenthal, who did some of the handyman voices in Fallout New Vegas. Why bring back a guy we don't know? I mean, he seems to be fine. He's just a British man doing a British voice, but surely the voice actor would be more than happy to get paid, Amazon money to do some silly voices. What's up with that? And yeah. And apparently Mr. Handy is also a Mr. Nurse. I'm pretty sure that there was a separate nurse robot in I think Fallout 4 was the first game to introduce a specific nurse robot. The white one with stuff. I don't know if they always had a female voice though, but yeah, that's definitely a Codsworth unit, a handyman. Yeah, he's probably not going to be named Codsworth, but when I said Codsworth, I meant handyman. No, is he handyman or Mr. Handy? I think it's Mr. Handy. Anyways, the robot. So he seems to be taking the Autodoc role. Guys, there's a thing called the Autodoc. When he injected her and started to operate on her, that reminded me of Christine from, New Vegas, Dead Money. So the Autodoc already exists. I don't know why you give the Mr. Handy the Autodoc role, but, maybe they haven't played New Vegas. Which is fine. You don't have to play all games, just the shit ones. Then we have Creepy Man again. Creepy Man at the campfire. I don't know if he's supposed to be another companion, like the ones you pick up in Fallout 1 and 2. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the way they're portraying him and the way he looks, he seems to give off Weasley betrayer type. But we'll see how it goes. And then we have pregnant girl mechanic working on the vault. It's fine. At least she's not going out to fight some infected and some soldiers while she was pregnant. At least she's keeping it inside the house, in-house. So could have been worse. It's not that big a deal, of course. Just because you're pregnant and because you're a woman doesn't mean that, you don't get to do some work on some pipes. It's not that big of a deal. Anyways, so yeah. She says her farewells to her friends. I'm guessing friends / family members / both. Oh yeah, speaking of Fallout 4, then we have all of this. This seems to be an airport of some sort, which would have to be if you want to keep this, flying fortress safe and secure. Put it somewhere far, far away that has very few entrances, like an airport. I guess you can go from the sea. It's not like there's computers or anything that can detect all that, radar. But anyways, so yeah, we have the Prydwen, or an airship. I don't know if they're going to call it the Prydwen. I don't even know if any of the Maxons are going to be in it. I don't know if Arthur Maxon's even going to get mentioned. But yeah, we have some sort of airship with some vertibirds. We have some Brotherhood initiates, recruits, getting debriefed. Yeah. And the armor is fine enough. We've got the Din Djarin backstory of getting rescued by some soldiers, so he decides to become a soldier like them, which, it's not the worst origin story I've heard, but, fair enough. If that's how you want to write your character, you can write him like that, whatever. I'm not judging. So yeah. I don't know how they're going to depict the Brotherhood Steel in the show, though. I don't know if they're going to go the Bethesda way or the actual way or the truth. I don't know if they're going to do the wishy-washy one or they're going to do the actual one. So, you know, they're being very careful of showing just soldiers walking around in power armor. There's barely any, you know, dialogue or any things that we see the Brotherhood do. Of course, the real Brotherhood wouldn't have a big airship and launch, you know, all of these missions out in the field to, you know, kill some mutants or ghouls or whatever. Of course, they do launch missions to collect and hoard technology, so that could be what they're doing here. So, you know, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. They can still do the actual accurate portrayal of how the Brotherhood is and what they do, what they stand for, but, you know, I have my doubts. So far, this show is more Fallout 3 and 4 than it is New Vegas 1 or 2, so, like I said, I have my doubts, but we'll see. And, you know, Jonathan Nolan is, of course, known for Westworld, but I think he co-wrote some of Christopher Nolan's films. Did he co-write Memento and Inception? The Prestige also, maybe? So, yeah. But anyways, my point is, Westworld Season 1 was alright until the end. And then the rest of the seasons were like, what? Excuse me. So, we'll see. Maybe if this show only has one season, then, you know, got nothing to worry about, but we'll see. Anyways, like I said, we'll see how they depict the Brotherhood of Steel. And, yeah. So it seems like our ghoul friend here... oh, yeah, I didn't speak about... Well, we'll get to it. But it seems like our ghoul friend is the one with the dog companion, which is fine. I'm sure that something happened to the ghoul. His very antagonistic nature will definitely end up getting him killed. And then our protagonist will have to adopt the doggo as her new family member, her new son or daughter or whatever. So yeah. So the way he's dressed and the way he's behaving, my two guesses are they're probably not going to do the Vault-Tec rep storyline in which he wanders the wasteland for 200 years off screen, and then he just so happens to be in Boston the very same moments that the protagonist of Fallout 4 wakes up. They're probably not going to do that, but it seems like they're, from the looks of him, from the way he's behaving, and from the little snippets of scenes we see of him, it seems like they're going for this sort of, you know, lone gunman, mercenary type. He has to be a mercenary, right? To you know, meet ends meet, because I'm pretty sure that even ghouls still have to eat and drink, and some other stuff maybe. So yeah, he seems to be some sort of, you know, private contractor, mercenary, bounty hunter. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, in the wasteland, you're probably going to have a lot of bounties because there's going to be a lot of crime. So that would make sense too. But anyways, whether he's going to be, you know, like lawful good, lawful evil, chaotic neutral, or whatever, you know, I don't know what kind of alignment he's going to have. Could be anything, and either way is good for me. He can be a complete good guy, anti-hero. He could be a villain that ends up getting killed by the protagonist. It could be a villain turned hero turned villain. Could go anywhere, and you know, honestly, Walton Goggins is you know, great actor, and if anyone can do a ghoul character very complexly, is that a word? You know, it's probably gonna be him. Anyways, so yeah, high hopes for this character. But yeah, the Vault Dweller. I mean, if I wasn't, if I didn't play any of the Fallout games, then I'd probably have high hopes for her. But because I've played all, well, not all, but the the mainline games, then all right, sorry about that. We're back. That's the second time this week I almost lost some footage. Luckily this time we managed to recover. Yeah, so basically my laptop just died, and so I had to resuscitate it with the power of electricity. Anyways, so where were we? I don't know, talking about something. Talking about, last thing we're talking about the ghoul, right? Oh yeah, so yeah, I was wondering what the ghoul, what nature, what type of character archetype he's gonna have. Then I was talking about, yeah, so the fact that if I didn't play any of the previous games, I would probably be curious to see what her, character journey is gonna be. But because I've seen the Vault Dweller's journey play out 3 times, I can already basically I already think that I know how her story is gonna be. But of course, that doesn't mean that it's gonna play out the same way I think it's gonna play out. It could go any possible way. Just because she's a Vault Dweller and she has the same, story arc beginning, the sort of the launch off point from primarily 1 and 3, I guess, not so much 4. Doesn't mean that I can predict what's going to happen to her next. So yeah, depending on how many episodes it's going to have. Is it going to be 6 episodes, 10 episodes? I could probably look it up right now. Let me look it up. Do I have time? I'll look it up later. It's probably going to be 10. If it's going to be Amazon Prime and Jonathan Nolan, it's probably going to be 10 episodes. But yeah. Anyways. Oh yeah, and he says something like, your vault dwelling ways ain't how we do things around here, and stuff like that.
Ain't much stays clean up here, Vaulty.
Ain't much stays clean up here. Oh yeah, and this seems like the layout of that retarded nuke settlement that's built around the nuke in Fallout 3, Megaton, yeah. Seems gonna have the same layout as Megaton, or maybe more like Diamond City. I don't know, but yeah. Is this supposed to be Junktown? Because there's a lot of junk, but it is the wasteland. Yeah, dentist, barber, clothing. Yeah, it's just typical wasteland settlement, stuff like that. And yeah, so yeah, he's gonna be like the extreme side of the wasteland. Well, no, not even close. But he's gonna be to her. Relative to her standards, he's gonna be the extreme side of the wasteland. Things here. There's no laws and rules and no morals here. Everyone just kind of does whatever they want. You gotta do what you gotta do to survive. So she tries to shoot him with a syringe gun. That's not gonna be... Yeah, it seems like a dart gun. And it doesn't work on him because, well... Let's hear him say it.
Well, now that is a very small drop in a very, very large bucket of grub.
Right, so yeah. He's basically used to it. Oh yeah, I noticed that. There you go. So this syringe looks like one of the custom syringe you can make in Fallout 4. So I guess they're combining the dart gun with the needle rifle in Fallout 4, where you can load your custom needles that can do multiple, that can have multiple effects based on what concoction you put inside. And he basically goes, nothing new for me, used to drugs, so you're gonna have to do, gonna have to give me something stronger than that if you want it to have any effect. So yeah, it's coming out on April 11th. Was that the date from before? Hold on, because I've got got it marked here on my notes. Oh, it was, yeah, it's April 11th. Okay, nothing changed. I thought they moved up the date or something, but no, April 11th. And it's gonna be all episodes released. So man, that means I'm gonna have to, you know, hunker in. Is that the word? I'm gonna have to lock myself in and watch all episodes before I can come out again. And then, I don't know. I'm definitely going to do a review, but I thought it was going to come out on a weekly basis, and so each week I would do a review of one episode. But now that they're all going to be released, I don't know if I'm going to do one long season review, or I'm going to do 10 reviews that I release one after the other. I mean, it's going to be the same thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably going to have to be one long season review, which, seeing how long it's taken me to analyze one trailer, 3-minute trailer, God knows how long it's going to be for me to analyze an entire season, but we'll burn that bridge when we cross it. Yeah, anything else? Let's not mute though. Maybe there's something else to pick up on. So yeah, like I said, the
Or drop.
Okay. Yeah, missed it again. Hold on. It's very quick. Blinkety miss it. Right, that. Now I'm not you know, a Californian resident, so I don't know what that could be. It looks like, oh, is it? It's an observatory, of course, but now I remember there is an observatory that you visit in GTA 5 when you're playing as Michael, when you go to meet Dave Norton. Yeah, Dave Norton, FIB agent. This is where you have the, this is where all the, like, no. This is where he tells you he has a job for you, and you turn your back on him and he just knocks you out, and then you're inside a body bag, inside a morgue. Yeah, I think that's it. So, yeah. Anyways, observatory. Broken down observatory. And yeah, I guess, I mean, the Mr. Handy does have these tools, but to have him here play out the role of doctor / surgeon / nurse, like I said, there's already an Autodoc thing. Maybe this is a Nevada thing. Maybe California doesn't have Autodocs. Were Autodocs a thing in Fallout 1 and 2? I don't think so. So was Fallout 3 or New Vegas the first ones to introduce an Autodoc? Anyways. So yeah. I mean, I know, like, of course, it's tense and all that, but, you know, I don't know. I'm going to have a hard time sort of believing or having any, you know, fears in regards to the safety of my protagonists, because, you know, the show is about their journey, not someone else's. So, yeah. Anyway, it's a tense scenario there that she's in. She's all alone, and she's about to be sliced up by a crazy robot. So that's fine, but, you know, when you're playing a game, there's always a possibility of dying, and then you have to reset. But here, this is a story, so her dying in, you know, whatever this is going to be in, episode 3, episode 5, I'm going to have a hard time believing that. So, yeah. Basically, what I'm trying to say, yes, this shot works, of course, but it doesn't work on me, because, you know, I don't know. Yeah. So, something crazy is going on here. And then we got, this looks like the Vault Dweller, kind of. The protagonist, in some sort of wedding dress. Yeah, I don't know what this is. There's, please stand by, all on the dome.
Look out at this wasteland. And
Enclave? Oh no, I didn't notice their armor before. That's the fucking Enclave officer uniform from Fallout 3. Or maybe not. But here, no, yeah, here we have... Is that the same two shots?
look out at this wasteland. And
Oh yeah, these are two different people. The lady after that, she also, you know, she looks like the lady here, but yeah, these are definitely the Enclave. She even has some sort of laser or plasma gun. No, he has like a combat rifle, like a Fallout 4 combat rifle. Oh, she has a laser pistol. Oh, it is the same lady. I'm confused now. Okay, maybe it's just scavenged armor. Maybe it's just a reference. Hopefully. Okay, fine. False alarm. It's not the Enclave, but it's definitely the Minutemen. I don't know if that's better or worse. I mean, that's up to you to decide. Yeah, that blue shirt with the militia hat. Yeah, that's a very distinguishable militia / Minuteman uniform. So the other ones are just basic wasteland, generic wasteland getup. So I don't know if Preston Garvey is going to be in there, but yeah, it's probably for the best that he isn't.
looks like chaos.
And they're like, are they fighting each other? Are the Minutemen and
Look out at
Brotherhood
this
fighting each other?
wasteland. Looks like
Oh! No. That's the NCR flag. Yeah, that's the two bears. What the hell? They're already introducing the NCR in the first season? Why not have it like the games? Where it's Shady Sands first, and then the NCR. Okay. So they're kind of... Are they going to do like the war, the Brotherhood NCR war that we only heard about in New Vegas? Maybe.
chaos.
Big war.
But there's always
But I mean, the NCR don't seem to have any vertebrates, so they're definitely the outmatched party here. Unlike the games where, well, unlike New Vegas, where the NCR just nearly wiped the Brotherhood off the map. Yeah, but yeah, whatever.
somebody behind the wheel.
Still clinging on to the past. If this is gonna be like Fallout 1, where it's only like what, like 80 years after the apocalypse, after the the Great War, was it 80 or 100? I don't know, something like that. Like a very short time period, not like Fallout 4 where it's like 200 years. But yeah, still remembering what was, how life used to be and all that. And yeah, we have the Fallout 4 intro, kind of. Yeah, and here in when he had his Western get-up on, that's why.
But there's always somebody behind the wheel.
That's why before, when I saw him in that get-up, I thought they're gonna do the old man. What was he called again? Forgot his name. The survivalist in the Honest Hearts DLC of New Vegas. How did I forget his name? Fuck, that's gonna bother me now. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna look it up. I've got the power of internet on my side. Do I have... here we go. I've got the Fallout Wiki bookmarked here, so I can have easy access. Something with the C. I can't remember. Survivalist rifle. Survivalist rifle. Background. Randall Clark. There you go. Randall Clark. That's who I was talking about. I thought they were gonna adapt the Randall Clark story, where, he's a war veteran returning home, and then he sees the world get nuked, and and so on and so on. But no, turns out he was a Vault-Tec salesman, which is not a bad story to have. I don't know what he was advertising there. Was that also a Vault-Tec advertisement, or was that his vacation getup? Anyway, the end of the world is here. Oh, this is not what it seems. I guess that's a Yaguai. We got a Brotherhood Steel soldier punching a Yaguai. Yeah. He does seem to look like a combination of the Fallout 3 Yaguai and the Fallout 4 Yaguai. But yeah. And then there's this monster again from before. Still don't know what it's supposed to be. Some giant frog, toad, salamander thing. Basically all of amphibians mashed up together, with some little bit of FAV. I don't know if they're gonna introduce FAV. Probably the forced evolutionary virus. There's some infighting, it seems, inside the vault. Did they tell us why she was heading out of the vault? We know that she chose to leave the vault herself, but we don't know why. Was it just to see the outside world and what it looks like? Or was it, I thought they were going to do the Fallout 1 thing, where she has to look for a water chip to save them, but it doesn't look like they're in need of saving, but it could be wrong. Oh yeah, and I keep forgetting. So yeah, it seems like they're going to do he's going to be like Hancock. I don't know if they're also going to name him Hancock, John Hancock. But yeah, a drug addicted, a ghoul junkie, a junkie ghoul. I don't know what that eye drop drug is. All the drugs from Fallout that I know of aren't ingested through the eye, but each their own. Could be water for all we know. Then Soldier Man and Vault Dweller meet up. Are they going to be like the co-protagonists of the story? What was that green thing? They just smushed something there. Only you can do some fine-tuning. Okay. Right. Big crater. Yeah, I don't know. That seems to be a rad roach, probably. Makes sense. And then we have the Viper from Kill Bill. Makes a special appearance. Oh, yeah, and that's a rad roach from Below. Yeah, okay. Not bad. Blue eye patch, of course. Vault-Tec designated eye patch. I'm actually surprised that they didn't put a little Vault-Tec logo on the eye patch. But yeah. And he's like, oh, how terrible war is and all that. Big jello thing. Jello cake. Machine gun turrets. Dogs barking. Interracial marriage. It's got it all. What more could he ask for? And what was the last thing? Hold on.
There you are. There you are. There you are.
It's just there we are. Oh.
Everyone wants to save the world. They disagree on how.
It's deep, man. Very deep.
There you are. You little killer.
Oh, Oh, okay. There you are, you little killer. Okay. Yeah, well, there you go. Again, whatever faults you might have with it, it did a job. It did its job perfectly. It set up the show. It enticed you. It offered you things to, it offered you prospects and potentials that you have to watch the show to see for yourself, without revealing too much. So yeah, it revealed more than a teaser did, and that's because it's a proper trailer and not a teaser. So yeah, there you go. Personally, it's definitely better than the teaser. Not only because it shows a lot more on what the story is and what it's going to be, what it's going to be about, how it's going to be depicted, but also, like I said, there was less of that weird humor that the previous one had. This one seemed to match the original Fallout humor more. It's that classic gallows humor where you laugh at the face of death because there's nothing else you can do, so might as well have a good laugh about it. I don't know, or are we going to do numbers too for our trailer? No. So that's it. I'm waiting for something else to do, but I'm done. We've went through the entire trailer. We've analyzed it from the beginning till the end. There's less to speculate about because most of the things we talked about before are being brought up here again. The protagonist's origin story, the Brotherhood of Steel Soldiers' origin story, the Ghouls' origin story, and so on. There's not really anything new that's being introduced. It's more like there's new context to things that have already been introduced and things we already know about. So, yeah, like I said, nothing much else to say, except that now, this trailer being better than the previous one, I'm slightly more looking forward to the show than I was before. And I'm slightly less worried that it will end up being a big failure and, a giant middle finger to the fans of the game. At least it doesn't have to be like great, as long as it doesn't offend us, as long as it doesn't spit on everything it is, establishing itself on. We should be good to go. That's all. I'm having very low standards here. Just don't laugh at my face. Don't offend me. I'm here to watch the thing that you've promised me that you'll do. I'm here because I'm here to support you, basically what I'm trying to say. I'm here to pay for the meal. I'm here to pay for the meal, so please don't spit on it. That's all. Even if it's undercooked, overcooked, it's fine. As long as it's edible and not, filled with poison, venom, and so on. But anyways, that's it. I'm done rambling. You can all go home now. Thanks for watching. And I don't know if there's going to be another trailer. If there's another trailer, I'm going to try to do another reaction to it. And if there's not, then the next time we'll see each other like this is going to be me talking about, I guess, the entire season of Fallout, the show. Amazon's Fallout show. So, goodbye for now.